The Goblin Builder or the Builder's Apprentice? Only one can win. Come on, break it up, you guys. And we will announce a class champion at the end of this video. But before we do this analysis, make sure you are subscribed to this channel if you have not already done so. But for now, let's get into the numbers. Both the Goblin Builder and the Builder's Apprentice offer pretty similar benefits. Now, both allow us to upgrade a building faster, but also both cost gems to use. And while the Goblin Builder costs 40 gems per day for limited use, the Builder's Apprentice costs 6,500 gems for unlimited use. And if you use the Goblin Builder non-stop, you would reach that 6,500 gem threshold after 3,900 hours of upgrading. And since the Builder's Apprentice can only upgrade 8 hours per day versus the Goblin Builder's non-stop 24 hours per day, that means it will take the Builder's Apprentice 487.5 days, or around 1 year and 4 months, before that break-even point occurs. So that's a lot of upgrading that we can do with the Goblin Builder before the value of the Builder's Apprentice exceeds it. But if you are going to log in every day to use the Builder's Apprentice, and you plan on doing so for longer than 1 year and 4 months, then technically the long-term value of the Builder's Apprentice does exceed the Goblin Builder. So when it comes to comparing long-term value, as I said, I'm going to have to give it to the Builder's Apprentice. Now, if you're a year and 4 months or less away from maxing, then the argument is harder to justify. But overall value, Builder's Apprentice. Next, we're going to look at flexibility. And we're going to see if either of these guys can touch their toes. Ow! With the Builder's Apprentice, he's pretty inflexible. The only thing he can be used on is, well, buildings. And although that can be super valuable, the reality is the Goblin Builder can be used on buildings and research. And with the lab taking a total of 5 years, 5 months, and 3 days, it is nice to be able to have the option of doing either building or spells and troops if one or the other is more important to me. So when it comes to flexibility, the Goblin Builder has to win it out. The next category we're going to judge them on is ease of use. And I don't know about you, but sometimes it's super nice to have an easy button that we can just press at times. Now with the Goblin Builder, all you have to do is pick the building you want him to upgrade, or troop, or spell, pay the fee, and voila! The Goblin Builder will stay on that building, or troop, or spell until finished. When with the Builder's Apprentice, we have to log in daily and reassign him to whatever building it is we want him to upgrade. Happen to go on vacation or forget to log in for a few days, and unfortunately, that time you could have used with the Builder's Apprentice is just lost, while the Goblin Builder just keeps trucking along for the entire upgrade. So when it comes to ease of use, I'm gonna have to give it to the Goblin Builder. Now, if Supercell ever changes the coding on the Builder's Apprentice and allows us to assign him to one building until finished, then essentially this category will be a tie. But as it is, the Goblin Builder wins. The next category is pairing with magic items. And while you can use a builder or research potion to speed up the Goblin Builder to get that building or troop finished early, unfortunately, these potions don't affect the Builder's Apprentice at all. So in the category of magic item usage, oh man, I grabbed the wrong magic wand. The Goblin Builder cuts down the Builder's Apprentice. So we have overall value, flexibility, ease of use, and pairing with magic items. Now, the Builder's Apprentice does win the long-term value category, but only after using him for 487.5 days straight. And if we're going to do that, then yes, the Builder's Apprentice wins. But in the other categories, the Goblin Builder is more flexible, easier to use, and also pairs well with magic items. So in the end, the Goblin Builder wins! Are you going to use Are you going to use the Builder's Apprentice for 1 year and 4 months in order to extract that long-term value? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you're going to use the Goblin Builder instead, so that way you can put them on whatever it is that you want to put them on, and you can keep them there until finish, also let me know. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so to follow more content just like this. Until the next video, my name is TipDog20. I'll see you then.